Is that where? Is it? Oh, I think let's situate ourselves correctly. The world is going through very difficult times. Ghana is no exception. Nigeria is no exception. There's no country in the world that is escaping the ravages of both COVID-19 and also the impact of the. But what you need to look at are where are the elements being put on the ground that look beyond the COVID and beyond the Russian-Ukraine war. And I think you'll find that in Ghana, the recovery program that we have is one that is considered very credible, and it is what is going to give us the opportunity to come out of this period a stronger economy. And it is that future that we're looking at when we're attracting people.
The economy is going to grow and grow and grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs. This is the economy of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The economy is going to grow and grow and grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs. This is the economy of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
The eventual passage of all fiscal measures in the 2023 budget by the House and the completion of the DDP program. I have also discussed the significant improvements in the key macroeconomic indicators, including inflation, exchange rate, interest rates, reserve position, growth rate, and the performance of the bank since 2022.
And that delusion that it is not because of the irresponsibility, the fiscal irresponsibility that has occurred under his watch that is causing a direct impact on our falling CD, and he believes that is external problems. When the whole world is getting out of the external shocks, then it's the president's. I can only say that we don't have a future. If the president still and that delusion that it is not because of the irresponsibility, the fiscal irresponsibility that has occurred under his watch that is causing a direct impact on our falling CD, and he believes that is external problems. When the whole world is getting out of the external shocks, then it's the president's. I can only say that we don't have a future. If the president still.
Even as a household, if you chose to do that, you'll be borrowing from the banks, you'll be borrowing from friends, you'll be taking things on credit. At some point, your creditors are going to look at you and say, we won't lend to you again. That is where Ghana has got into. Our creditors are now saying they are not lending to us. And why? As we speak, we are in discussion with our external creditors to give them haircuts. That is to say, the money we owe you, we can't pay everything. We can only pay you a part. So let's reach that agreement. Yeah. So the point I'm making is, that is what has created the kind of economy we have, and we're always going to get here sooner than later. I am one of those who believe that, of course, COVID-19 and the Russian war have impacted us adversely. But I do not think that we're not going to get here but for this. I think we're always going to get here. It would have delayed a little bit if we didn't have COVID-19 and Russian war, but the fact remains that the path we were walking, we're always going to get here. So if you ask why we're here because of a certain reckless attitude to public expenditure, where we are always spending resources we do not have, thinking there will be no consequences. There would be consequences.
And this is the consequences.
And where we are now, when you see that pensioners have to picket at the Ministry of Finance because there is a restructuring that has touched their earnings and their pensions. When you have people, businesses that have invested in bonds and their businesses collapse, it is.
If he's been minister 6 years, 5 years, if 3 years ago they had put money into agriculture, they had put money into the one district, one factory, would he be talking like that? We could have said, gradually, every importer of poultry, if you import 100, buy 10 locally. Next year, you have to buy 20 in the third year, 30. These butcher people would have invested in the poultry so that they get the poultry to be able to distribute domestically. So to sit down as if he's finding for the first time. You know, the first time Ken started, he said he was going to transform this economy from the Gettysburg economy to a new economy. He did not even understand what the Gettysburg economy was. The Gettysburg economy, we have a plant cocoa, distribute cocoa, build roads into the villages. When you extract timber tree, that road was made. Then he built the railways, he built the ports, he built Achimota School, built Legon infrastructure. By the time we got independent, we have plenty of reserves. So Ken, if the money he borrowed, why he was borrowing, if he was even running the Gettysburg economy, would have seen to it that there was a cash flow coming out of the money he was borrowing so that we can be able to repay. But you see, all the time he was borrowing recklessly, at the back of his mind was that he was not going to pay. He's now packed his letters at a group of 20, at the Paris Club, for debt forgiveness, debt write-off. A government that is going around Ghana beyond aid. We are sitting on gold, and yet we are poor. We've been talking about value addition. Côte d'Ivoire is setting up money, funds, to value addition to their cocoa beans. How many pounds of beans has this government transformed since it's been talking all over the globe about value addition? We are rich, we are sitting. What have we done to change this? You know, it's not just talk. People write speeches for the president, he reads them. There should be around the president an executing capacity that takes the talk into planned actions and then implement them.
And that is missing?
It's missing. Doesn't exist.
It's just talk?
Ghana beyond aid. What has it been transforming? Free senior high school. I asked at the beginning, how are we financing this? Oh, even if we took 1% of GDP is not your disposable income. Ask cabinet to produce for you the press 5-page document that they prepared and approved for the free school senior high education. The children are not being fed. Headmasters talk, they are being victimized. This IMF program gives us an opportunity to sit back to review all these programs.
Flagship, they call them.
So that we see whether we can do it or not. You know, IMF said, cut expenditure.
Analytically, you will not buy. I am a pensioner. And all my money, I must confess, I know I'm on air. The money that I saved to take care of my pension time has been taken over by the banking cleanup. So I don't have my money to support such a wonderful book. And if I tell how much that I saved for over 30 years to take care of my position now, you weep for me. And I get nervous. How at my age to picket as Minister of Finance? Because the legitimate money that I made has been taken over and I'm not being paid. Meanwhile, it's gone to Parliament within the budget that they are paying us. They have been paid. About 800 of my people have died. Others have got stroke. And when we meet, we see a lot of our people in wheelchairs. That's what the government wants us to be. That's what you want me to be. My right hand side of my mind told me that save, continue to save towards the future. Now, I cannot even afford 1,000 cedis to buy this wonderful book. I'm the chairman, so I'm forced to buy it. How do I buy? So before coming here, I went to SNET. And you know what the digitalization is doing to us? At 70, at your birthday, if you don't come to confirm or validate your existence through the bio, the computer will stop paying you. Meanwhile, I'm a 3rd January 1950 born. 3rd January. So January has passed, February has passed, they've stopped paying my pension. So, Prof, I had to rush to Senate office today to tell them that I'm still alive. Oh. So they said, okay, put your left 4 fingers there, 5 of your 4 fingers of your right, you're the thumb, and then said, now you are through, you'll be paid. And how much is it? And I'm prepared to cough out of this little pension 3,000 cedis to this book. I think I need a better round of applause. I used to be a showboy as well.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. Inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are 2 types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Right, hello, good morning and welcome to the show. It's a Wednesday, the 6th day of November 2024. By His grace, we're alive and we're here. We yet another edition of the show. Our gratitude to go to the Most High God for the rare privilege of being alive and, of course, the opportunity of having another conversation around the top stories making the rounds here in our dear Republic. I'll let you into our panel for the morning's conversation shortly, but let's take a look at the front pages of our newspapers. Daily Graphic. At Graphic National Development Series, Reform Education Now. Sam Jonah pushes for skills-based learning. Rule of law must reign supreme. President Akufo-Addo charges public sector legal practitioners. Give head teachers powers to improve education quality. Professor Adair. The Ghanaian Times. Don't go on strike. Go back to negotiating table. Fair Wages and Salaries Commission appeals to clock sack. Government committed to supporting public sector lawyers. President Mahama outlines developmental projects for 6 new regions. Boku youth call for joint security escort on the Bogatanga-Boku Palmakom Highway. Daily Guide. A Commandant Chief endorses Baumia. AG targets new offices in regions. Roman father replaces Ekwe Adonko. Return to negotiation table. FWSC tells clock sack. MEF leads mineral resource management. The New Crusading Guide. Arbitration claims could collapse our economy if AG cautions as he saves nation $9 billion. Another scandal rocks Mahama. NDC presidential candidate implicated in $45 million store bribery. Anyway,
GWCL to sue defaulting customers. NPP to set up learning centers for cashew farmers. NAPO. Living Faith Ministries International hosts Kingdom Summit International to subdue, dominate, and reign. Wisconsin wins Cybersecurity Authority's Industry Partnership Award. The insight: your good works will pay you back on December 7. Na Nyankpalana to Alan. Chachu Chikata criticizes Supreme Court ruling on vacant seats case. Death prophecies are unbiblical, unacceptable. Lutheran Church President condemns trend on Reformation Day celebration. U.S. election: both Harris and Trump want U.S. hegemony over the world to continue, says Praber Purkayashta. Ahead of December polls, Chair of Zango Youth Chiefs outlines measures to prevent electoral violence in Zangos. The Informer: lack of funds rocks Farmers' Day. Regional coordinating councils bear awardees' expenses. Towards improved education sector, Baumia unveils 12 bold policies. Napo lambasts NDC over inauguration of Vigilante Group on Peace Day. As Economical Council launches peace campaign, Mahama unhappy with the Kufado's absence. On self-confessed motor robberies causing of harm, arrest this man now, police urged. Realizing the Futu dream, Afenyo Makin supports BEC graduates. The Inquisitor: this year's Farmers' Day, farmers angry as event set for Alisa Hotel. Afenyo Makin pledges to support each BEC graduate in a Futu with 1,000 cedis. Takwa Nsua MMC sets record straight on killing at Norm Forest. NHIA to check illegal claims with e-pharmacy. Baumia was right in picking Napo as running mate to Drobohini. The Daily Statesman: arbitration claims can destabilize economy. AG calls for reforms. NPP pledges to boost cashew sector. Ashanti region solidly behind Baumia. Gushegu MP predicts first round NPP win. The Daily Searchlight: back being aired by declaring seats vacant. Ifadate. 2024 election: Imani shreds NDC and NPP manifestos as vague. Nia Kobua Abochi, the first installed as principal head of Nisape Abochi family. God will favor you for your good works. Na Nyankpalana blesses Alan K. Wisconsin University wins Cybersecurity Authority Industry Partnership Award. Friday, 8th November 2024 is not a public holiday. The Accra Times: vote out Baumia and NPP. Mahama appeals to Ghanaian voters to ensure accountability. Closure of Japon Textiles. Ablakwa supports 400 staff with cash donations. Cybersecurity Authority commended. Fulanis for NDC train storms Upper West. Daily Post: Domso is back. Government not being truthful. Mahama. Roman father replaces Ekwadonko as GFP's presidential candidate. NDC to Asante: punish the NPP for not taking development seriously in your region. NPP attempting to block GFP's ballot re-entry to alter positions. NDC reveals. Business and Financial Times: investor confidence drives GSE's 100 billion cedis market cap. National Science and Maths quiz semi-finalist receives Academic Cities Presidential Scholarship. Government to finalize FLEGT license with EU to cap $200 million yearly losses, boost timber trade. Adopt AI to leapfrog conventional operations. SSTN urges businesses. Feature: building agriculture wealth. As is it time to do more? Another feature: the urgent call for environmental sustainability, securing the future in a changing world. And that's about it. For the front pages, we'll be back shortly.
Hey guys, so I got this app. It's called Ayoba. It's a chat app that helps me with beauty tips and cooking tips. A super app that feeds me music and the latest sports content. I even use it for my studies. And the good news is, I don't need to use my data bundle because I'm on MTN. Charlie, the app just did be.
Ayoba, the all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, read, play, pay, and listen. Use Ayoba at no data cost on MTN. Download Ayoba now.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh bread.
I'm a fair missy way.
The patch of Bantama.
Matias.
It's her smile.
The fresh breath.
Me, Jidi said we use Cal 360 toothpaste. Some kind. Cal 360 toothpaste.
That's Kia. Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector. Onim jom kasan.
Kile Hossein. Cal 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will see so feeling kika when you know Cal 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Cal 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Cal, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Customer, I don't know who to say.
Malaria been actually on my number still.
One give us.
Give us a solid.
Yeah, sorry. But Russell, so give us here and don't come down.
But over that song. But for me to give us the and some down.
Give us about me, sir.
If I try the and some down.
Customer. Give us a tonto now. Pa.
Onuya kayo, oba wa fa furo nom. The woman the bonu fo nom. Akwada won yefie dumie no ono nso nom.
The 5 kg of rice has moved from 25 cedis to 165. Oh.
Hey! Boss, cement moved from 24 cedis to 105 cedis now.
Hey!
The kenke is 5 cedis. The fish I have 10, 15, and 20 cedis. Which one do you want?
Hey!
Stop the A.
Hey!
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Apomode wonsem yemfen diagro. Enunti nese wonom edebapa nko a. Exodus moringa capsules and Exodus dandelion capsules. Efi Exodus ebusuanom na ebeboa wa pomode. Emu bia wo benya no betimi aboa. Nanso se wonye to no a wo betimi anom abom na ebeboa papa. Se wonom Exodus moringa capsules na Exodus dandelion capsules. Eboa mamoja di efusani yie. Na afei ebusi wo immune system no na akwatia yarewa ahodo. Minim yie se nipa dodo na nim dia moringa etumi ye. Na dandelion so ye nim. Enu nti me nkasa bebre. Enye mma apemfo. Ana abatan a oma enifo. Ana abofra onya emfidumi. Exodus efu dance die dos.
John, mema wakwaba.
Yeah, say.
Alaji, mema wakwaba.
Yeah.
John, I had a bro, one on them.
I really am a gun 19 and Menamo, and then break a crane Mijano. So no one my Saba.
Alaji, I had a bro.
Yo, Medasi. Moamonim, Tamana, Amawa, which you Miana Nambe Bobo and a Kakra. As I say, dear, my crowd said, me pese me bewareno. Namiko CSL. Name man sign Jan and Nasubium, no your crabeshe.
Yo, I was not for, yes, Empa. Yo, I'm a Ghana. What's wrong?
Mean to me, ain't son cheap. Your bread baby, I would have a fair way. I'm an who. Yeah, be. Mean to me, beauty. forward ever, backwards never.
John, wo okwan a wo de me bai fa so. Ahokyere, ekom, dum so. Hwa me nana no mi. Ya free SHS ya ba ya. Kom anya school anko. Ena hwe ya o ma ye fe.
Ase o ma se sambe hye obo. Sa ahomache tu okro kokra. Meko band, na makwa ko yiska. E de abra magana. Na maboni dwetire ama na starting kokon ketenkete.
Hey! Akunta, you are still incompetent.
2% side mama abrabo eto chacha to say aviator. There be emaso.
Alhaji has also promised us jobs through digitalization. Ejimambe busise.
Alhaji de metenso a na masore. Emiri bia mekani abesa no. Otimi to kanea light e woni phone so. Ema me ba bia wonam bia. Yo amagana. Enya me me ware amawo. Alhaji ni John so ni wa choose.
No Ababa said. Eye Alhaji number 1.
Alhaji number 1. Number 1.
Esuro.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luckiest everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get that packing so you have to come. One lie. Hey, wait.
You can put it on his tab. This is my man. Good
luck.
Hey, Google radio. We have star 712. It's much more phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
No, maybe straight to option 4.
Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify.
Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets.
Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and prepare. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
To all our believers,
to the Niger Gunners of Club Road,
all you Artetas of Africa, of Accra,
of Maputo,
of Oimbo,
the legends of legends down Lusaka way. We hear you.
Now hear us. Obrigado. Dalo.
Betway, the official global betting partner of Arsenal.
Who are you? Who are you? Charlie, I'll be you from the future. Who doesn't sleep on that slice of bready poor mattress anymore? Don some slippers, then follow me.
It is part of the mattress we did it from there.
Yeah?
That be the mattress where the dead for time.
Wait, what are you doing? Wow! No damage at all. Not only durable, but also super comfortable. Come on, try it.
Nothing day like Ash Foam. Enjoy full body support and unparalleled comfort for a restful sleep.
Don't forget your keys.
Get the premium sleep experience with mattresses from Ash Foam. Visit any of our showrooms nationwide or at ashfoam.com.
You're the answer to my prayer. You're with me everywhere. You're my angel, miracle. You're all I need tonight. Give me shelter from the rain. You breathe life in me again. You're my angel, miracle. You're all I need to know tonight.
My life wasn't always like this. I worked in a bank and had money in bonds to cushion me for the future. Then, with a stroke of a pen, my life was destroyed. My bank was part of the 420 financial institutions which the MPP government recklessly collapsed. What was to become the life of the workers? No one in this insensitive government cared. And suddenly, I was jobless. Their incessant borrowing also led to a debt restructuring program that affected me, and just like that, a significant portion of my lifetime investment vanished. Even worse, my lifetime savings from 30 years of hard work has been rendered useless due to the continuous depreciation of the cedi and extremely high cost of living in the country. Now, look at me. The fruits of my toil and sweat have all gone down the drain because of bad leadership. What to eat with my children is even a struggle. God, help me and the many who share in my pain. Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Change must come.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. And it's been an awesome journey with Momo from MTN. 15 years of ease, safety and convenience. This is definitely worth celebrating. And that's why the Momo at 15 Rewards is here with amazing cash prizes just to say thank you. Send money to an MTN Momo user or make payments to an MTN Momo merchant at no cost whatsoever, only on MTN. So go and download my Momo on the App Store or Play Store to enjoy this. Just Momo it everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. And if you're thinking of getting that toothpaste that will take care of the entire family and save you some money, the recommended family toothpaste is Kel 360 toothpaste. This is approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Kel 360 toothpaste provides you and your family with all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. Kel 360 toothpaste is good for kids, children, and adults. Let your family be a proud family when they step out by constantly using Kel 360 toothpaste. Kel 360 toothpaste brightens your teeth, prevents cavity, and with its cool mint, gives you fresh breath throughout the day and protects the gum from decaying. For consistency and quality, use Kel 360 toothpaste. Kel 360 toothpaste is another product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasso. It's available in all supermarkets, malls, and provision shops. You can call Samara Company Limited on 0246 864 798. Kel 360 toothpaste, happy smile. With me on the show this morning, I have the managing editor of the Insight newspaper, Kwesi Pratt Jr. Kwesi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I haven't seen you in a long while.
About 3 months.
Yes. How you doing?
Fine.
Okay, we thank God.
But I was here last week.
Yes, I wasn't here. Yeah, I wasn't here. Yeah. Okay, great to have you back. All right. Also, with me on the show this morning is a member of the communications team of the MPP, Ernest Adade of the Adentan constituency. Ernest, good morning.
Good morning, Doc.
How's Adenta?
Oh, we are winning. That's what that is. We are winning. That's the most important. Adenta is fine.
All right. Okay, so Kwesi, I'm sure you've been monitoring American elections.
Sure.
Yes, it's gone for Trump. They've started qualifying. It's gone for him, and it looks like it's a rout. Nothing like a close to call election, nothing like a tight race. It's a rout. He's won the Senate. He's on course to win the House. The White House has gone to Trump. Is the economy stupid?
It looks like, there's so many interesting things about this election. First of all, this is the first time in U.S. history that a convicted person will become president of the United States of America. It's never happened before. It is also interesting that during Trump's presidency, he was actually, impeached twice. And in spite of his being impeached twice, he's coming back as president of the United States of America. There are some very interesting points of note. I mean, all the polls have suggested that this was going to be a very, very close race. In fact, some polls gave it 50-50, 50% to Kamala Harris and 50% to Trump. What is happening suggests that it isn't that close, you understand? Now, what's also interesting is that in America, you can actually win the elections without winning the popular vote. It does appear that Trump is winning the popular vote and is also winning, the electoral votes and so on. So clearly, what is happening is it's clearly unprecedented in American history. And the question has been asked, how come that Trump is doing so very well? There are a number of reasons, okay? And in looking at those reasons, you need to see how the campaign was structured. I mean, over the last couple of days, all the celebrities, most of them, the big musicians and so on, were all put on the road, You have talk show hosts like Oprah Winfrey and so on. All of them were on the road campaigning for Kamala Harris. All the former presidents, and most of the former presidents, Democratic presidents and their wives were on the road. I mean, last Sunday, I listened to a speech by Barack Obama in which he ran down Donald Trump completely. Michelle Obama was on the race. Some Republican senators, who had fallen out with Donald Trump were also put on platforms, to run him down and so on. It didn't work. None of it worked. It is important when you listen to U.S. analysts and so on that the economy was a key factor, the economy. And many Americans make the point that the rate of inflation was a very key factor in their decision, to vote Donald Trump. The increasing prices of goods and services is largely responsible for this victory. Now, when I look at the U.S. election, I really look at it from the point of view of what happens to the world, what are its consequences for the world, and its consequences for people like us in Ghana. This morning I listened to some of the clips that you played, and our public officials, government officials, are quick to blame COVID-19 for all the problems that we are getting, including the increase in petroleum prices and so on. Now, when I listened to Barack Obama, he made the point that COVID actually was a savior for the U.S. economy. He makes the point that petroleum prices had to fall because people were not moving and therefore people were not buying petroleum products and so on, that compelled prices to fall. Well, the opposite is what our leaders tell us in Ghana. I mean, they blame COVID-19 and Ukraine war for everything. The U.S. doesn't, okay? So the economy was a key factor. There were other things which were important. Immigration was a key factor in this election, to the extent that a lot of Americans, especially African Americans, thought that too much money was being spent on the Ukrainian war, and also that the conditions of Ukrainian refugees were much better than their own conditions. Their tax money was being spent on giving a lot of comfort to Ukrainian refugees when they were getting nothing. Now, it's important also to recognize that for the first time, Palestine became an issue in this election. And many Americans started actually calling Joe Biden Genocide Joe, because of their disapproval of U.S. policy in the Middle East and so on.
Now, Kamala Harris did not distance herself from Joe Biden's policies in the Middle East, and that cost her, especially in the so-called swing states, that really cost her significantly. So, foreign policy was one of the things, that cost them. Now, it's important also that Americans are getting very, very wary of these endless wars around the world, especially in Ukraine and in the Middle East. And they were looking for a president who would pull them out of this mess. Of course, Trump did not offer any concrete measures to end the war. But he made the point that if he assumed office, he would end the war in Ukraine within a day. How he's going to do that, we don't know. But that was the position that he took. He also strangely appeared to be getting a lot of votes, from Palestinians, from Arabs, and so on. And that's quite strange, given what he did when he was president. He even recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and so on, and came up with what he called the Abrahamic Accord, and so on. But in this election, he also promised to end the war in Gaza. He didn't tell us how he was going to do it, but he simply said that he was going to end the war in Gaza, and managed to get some significant Muslim votes, managed to get some significant Palestinian votes and Arab votes. So if you put all of these things together, hey, Trump is back in the White House. He's certainly going back to the White House. As to how that would affect the American people, how that would affect, the world in general, how that would affect climate change, which he has described as a scam and so on, nobody knows. But he's certainly going to the White House and also sending out a very strong indication that the combined voices of Bill Clinton, of Barack Obama, of Michelle Obama, of all kinds of people really, doesn't make any impact when it comes to U.S. elections, at least for now. So that's what is happening. I have no doubt at all that Trump will become the next president of the U.S. It's very clear. He's winning the popular vote, and he's winning, So you have Trump again. Right. I listened to his speech this morning, and I'm sitting back and wondering, what is he saying? He didn't say anything substantial, but he has won. So that's it.
All right. Ernest.
Thank you, Doc.
Yes.
Greetings to
45 is back as 47.
Greetings to my brother, Kwesi, and all the viewers all over the world, wherever they are. Trump got some people jubilating this morning. Somebody called me early in the morning. I was like, since when did American elections determine the Ghanaian election? Trump went into those elections a fighter. He knew that a lot of things were not working for him. The government had tried to do a lot of things against him. Like Kwesi said, he's more or less a convicted felony. He's going to be, in a week or so, they were going to pronounce judgment on some of his issues. The guy is back in the White House. He fought a good fight against all the odds. And some of the states that we had Trump winning from were unusual. You would not naturally get a lot of the Latinos and the blacks fully going for the Democrats. Unfortunately, a lot of them went for Trump. So it should tell you that the guy sent certain messages that people were ready to work with. And it's worked for him. If you bring that one to Ghana and you think that just by virtue of the fact that somebody had won in America, there's a comeback in America, another person is coming back. The conditions, the kind of things that we will look at, that we will want to base our votes on. Somebody will go and queue in the sun and want to vote for a candidate may not necessarily be the reasons why President Trump or any other person will win in another country. You see, I see Trump to be a very strong character, very, very strong character. And with that kind of person, no matter what you throw at him, he is still standing. He didn't care what anybody will say about him. If you throw something at him, he throws it back at you. In Ghana, somebody would have said, oh, you are arrogant and all that, and for that matter, I will knock you and vote for you. Americans, for one way or the other, may appreciate some strong characters. We saw these ones in George Bush and some other former presidents of America. So I'm seeing Trump to be that kind of character who people want to work with. They think that coming back will do America some good. He gave them some nice promises too. He said he was going to end the war, likewise he said, in 24 hours. So the election hasn't been called yet. I don't know whether it's been called by now that we are in the studio, but it hasn't been called fully yet. They said he was left with, I think, four Electoral College votes for him to be called president. So immediately he is called president, the clock begins to tick for his 24-hour promise of ending the war. And we will see how he will...
He's not president yet.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He has 4 more states, 4 more Electoral College.
Yeah. In January. You become president in January.
So, but the moment you know you've won, Kwesi, and you are sitting in the house knowing that I am a president, more quote and unquote, in the fridge, that I will be outdoors soon, you begin to take steps. I don't want to believe that he goes to sleep and he will be waiting for him to be outdoors, to be sworn in before he gets up to say he's president. Once he's won, and the Trump, if you know Trump, you listen to him. I was also listening to him on BBC as I moved here. And his whole speech was like, he was happy. He's just a joke or something. He was trying to let the people feel good about him. He feels that he's won. He never said he's won, but he called his wife a first lady anyway. So I don't know whether he was referring to the past first lady or the current election. But from the way things are going, the kind of states that we have heard that the Democrats have lost, which hitherto they wouldn't have lost, the places where they won in 2020, they've lost them. Trump is gaining grounds in areas where in 2020 he lost. So you could see that he's only left to be pronounced president. And one thing I heard that I said, oh, the guy has won, was that even the stage that the Kamala Harris's team had put together, that crowd had gathered there, and the crowd were waiting for Kamala Harris to come and address them. All the people have vanished from the place. She herself had left. She's no longer speaking to them. She'll be speaking on Wednesday or something. It's a done deal, Kwesi. I believe that this is not a comfortable lead matter. This is a matter of he's only waiting to be pronounced. The 4 states will come, he gets his 270, and then he's president. We are going to see something slightly different here in Ghana because, like you said, people are looking at certain things there to go and vote. Here we are also looking at some other things. There may be things that will intersect. They will join somewhere. There are things like economy where people will be looking at it. But I told you the last time I traveled to the Western region. And look, in the Western, somewhere in the village in the Western region, all the people needed was a 4-seater public toilet. And it sounds funny. I was like, wow. And the candidate said, that's it. That's all we want. That's what we want to put here. The people were happy when that small edifice was put there, because governments have come, governments have gone. And I used to hear open defecation. I thought it was just some theory. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, and people were excited about just a public toilet in their area, which they have missed for years. And this government has provided it for them. So people are looking at certain things that maybe Kwesi and I sitting here may think that they don't matter, but to them, it's a big deal. And therefore, whatever the situation is, I believe our situation in Ghana here is going to be completely different. And that one, I can tell the people listening to us, if you are an MPP person listening to me this morning, rest assured that we are fighting a good fight and this election is coming our way. Difficult as it might be, it is coming our way. That assurance I can give you. It is not what the NDC or any other person says MPP is going to steal this election and all that. I have said it on several platforms. It's not easy to steal elections in this modern day, especially in a country like Ghana today when everybody is aggressive and we are all looking into the ballot box as though our lives depended on it, which in actual fact a lot of lives depended on who you vote for. So if you make a decision, the candidate you make a decision for can either impact you positively or negatively. I can assure the people of Ghana that at least from where I sit, this election we will go through it, difficult as it is, we are going to go through it and be victorious. So nobody should panic. People should just go ahead and go and work. They should go and do their work. Go ahead and campaign. And nobody is going to steal election as it's being bundled around. It's not going to happen. Elections, if you listen to this US election we are talking about, it is the media houses that are calling the election. So they say, oh, so and so, Fox has called for this one has called for that. In Ghana, we have gotten there. When they finish counting at the polling station and the numbers are mentioned, everybody gets it at the polling station. I don't believe that after we have collated everything at the various polling stations and we put it together, some EC official or somebody somewhere is going to say that whatever you have collated, I have vetoed it or I have cancelled it. It's not going to happen anywhere in a country called Ghana. It won't happen. So whether somebody is saying an EC official is put there to steal an election or it's not going to happen. If you don't work well, the polling station will count. Everybody is standing there. The numbers are mentioned. And if the numbers are mentioned, then you lose, you lose. You win, you win. And by the time the EC officials are getting it, even at the region level, it won't get to national. By the time it is at the regional office of the EC, Metro has mentioned it. Other stations have mentioned it. And I don't know what anybody can do about that. Everybody knows it. Unless you play the trick, you do what was done the previous time where somebody says, I don't have my numbers, but I still won. Everybody should collate his own. Go to the polling station and collate and speak to people. Now what we are doing is campaigning. The allegations of fraud and stealing, and if Doc will remember the day Omanibuama broke his story here, that 50,000 people, we were on the show. And I was saying that this thing, it will not happen. And it never happened. He was just throwing dust into our eyes. And
he wasn't.
Oh, he was.
He wasn't.
Oh, Doc, please. I still stand by that. I said, with the kind of social media we have today, if they had those numbers, Doc, would you have had time, would your phone's battery not go off within seconds? It will be everywhere. I haven't seen them. So if I haven't seen them, they don't exist.
The Electoral Commission didn't dispute those figures. All the Electoral Commission said was that was the reason why they had the exhibition.
But that is it.
Once those issues come up, they would resolve them. So if you say that it threw dust into the eyes of people...
Look, that was what we said that day here. That the reason why exhibition is done is as simple as go and look whether there are mistakes and let's correct them.
But you remember that day, I also said here that the Electoral Commission in the first instance denied, especially what happened up north. They denied it.
No.
Their initial statement. They denied it. It was after.
I am not interested in the various statements that were traded up and down.
My point is that we ought to be factual with the issues. The Electoral Commission, when the issue was raised, their initial response was to say it is not true. Before they came back to say that yes, it
which
was
issues? You don't mix all the issues.
The transfer.
Okay, I'm not talking about transfer.
Yeah,
Omanibuama mentioned 50,000 dead people on the register that day. He mentioned 284,000 or something. I've forgotten the exact number. I think 284,000 people who were transferred.
Yes.
Those numbers were never proven. And let me tell you, look at something that I remember very well at the EC meeting, the one that was telecasted, the IPAC meeting. If you remember, I think the CPP rep there said that he cannot understand why we are demonstrating the draft documents. I agree with him. The document we said is a provisional register that has been displayed for people to go and have a look. And if you see a mistake, report it. The 50,000 people he was talking about, I asked you that day, were they part of my grandmother who died within this same period and had been buried, and we have sent her name for her name to be deleted because the family has sent her name to be deleted, or somebody who might have died from whichever family? Are they part of the 50,000 or some different 50,000? I asked this question. And that different 50,000, where are they? Because that 50,000 he was talking about, if he used some algorithm or whatever to find them, they might also have been found by their own people. The family members would have done.
But the EC itself conceded.
No, what I'm saying is,
we added things that we shouldn't have added. We brought a list that was not related to this particular register, and that was added. In explaining why all those things happened.
Look, all I'm saying is, he made a specific allegation. The issues are many. I don't want to bundle all of them.
He made specific allegations.
But the issues that he raised, and I said that day that I am doubting them. The 50,000 was one of them. And I couldn't understand why, or whether that 50,000 was a group of people who they have found outside the other people that families would have also notified the EC, or might have even omitted to notify the EC that they are dead. Were they separate 50,000? When he said, there is a massive transfer of votes, like the one that happened in Manchester South, for example. Somebody moved people, they went and registered. The right thing was done that day, and the right thing that was done was that somebody went to court and said that these people, they went outside the jurisdiction of the law. They don't stay here, and they have come to register here. So let some action be taken, and the action was ordered by a court of competent jurisdiction. And all we are saying, or what I'm referencing is that, in fact, let's not take it out of context. The context within which I am speaking is that if anybody is telling somebody that somebody is going to rig election, and for that matter, this and that is going to happen. And I am saying...
Are you suggesting that elections cannot be rigged?
No, I am suggesting that nobody should put his mind to the fact that somebody is preparing to rig election. We, the MPP, we are not preparing to rig election. We are campaigning. Before we started campaigning, they were saying, MPP had lost. People were giving 30, 70, 20, 80 percentages. By the middle of the campaign, we started hearing, 50, 50, 40, 60. We are campaigning. Everybody is moving. The day before elections, things can change. As I am speaking to you now, credible polls I have confidence in is telling me that the MPP is in the lead.
Polls from where?
Don't worry. We are working, and we are on the ground.
Oh, no, you said credible polls.
Credible polls that I have confidence in.
Public polls.
Listen to what I said. Yes. Credible polls that I have confidence in is telling me that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is in a lead.
Yes, so I'm asking
and I'm telling the MPP,
I want to know.
We are running our polls. You think all the polls are the ones you are discussing? Because everybody who is serious.
No, you say credible polls.
Credible polls I have confidence in. Please, if you heard what I said.
Okay, so
if I have run my polls, and I have confidence in the polls I have run, not what somebody had run and whether he did it the right way or the wrong way, but credible polls that I have confidence in. I am telling you that, I'm telling the people who are listening to me that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is in a very, 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 very good lead now, as we speak. And therefore, if anybody comes with any poll whatsoever, telling you, this poll is saying A, this poll is saying B, I am telling you on authority that this poll I am referencing is polls that I have confidence in, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is in the lead. Whether somebody accepts or not, I am using this to tell the people who are working for the MPP that the MPP, the work you are doing is yielding results. Do not relent, do not lose confidence. Just keep moving. and you are winning this election.
All right. Okay. Yes.
But, my brother is very, very confident.
Very, extremely.
And I'm wondering where that confidence is coming from. Yesterday, I saw a video, and it will be important for you to speak to that video of 10 white European women who have apparently been brought by your campaign to assist in winning votes in Kumasi. They spoke on video.
Women, Europeans, not Ghanaians.
White European women.
Do they speak Tree?
They spoke in English.
Okay.
I saw the video only last night. And I'm just wondering whether that is part of the strategy. And if that is part of the strategy, what it actually means.
Why
would anybody bring 10 white European women volunteers to stay for 10 days and to participate in this attempt to increase votes in Ashanti?
I don't know. I asked you whether they speak Tree because I know that would have come to play. But let me tell you, these things do happen. This Giza-Yazi kind of politics, I think we are leaving them in the past. I haven't seen this video.
How is this Giza-Yazi?
Somebody is coming with something from somewhere to come and influence the election, and those things. As for us, I am running a campaign.
I actually saw them wearing Bawumia t-shirts.
Oh, it's possible. Let me tell you.
At an MPP rally. They were interviewed at an MPP rally, and they claimed that they were volunteers who have been brought in to come and assist, to up the votes in Ashanti, and that they were going to stay for 10 days.
Obviously, I haven't seen this video. But what I'm saying is,
but we are key members of the campaign.
Yes, if I have to, if I have whatever I have to do, genuinely, legally, properly, to win this election, if you ask me, everything will be done. No stone is going to be left unturned.
Including bringing 10 European white women?
I don't know about this. I'm not speaking to the 10 European white men. I don't know. I haven't seen the video.
Are you not part of the campaign?
I am, but I haven't seen this video you are talking about.
Yeah,
there is a strategy.
You don't have to see the video.
No, let me tell you.
To confirm this as a strategy.
You have been around for long.
Deny this as a strategy.
You have been around for long. You know how campaigns run. Yeah. So let's say we are running a multifaceted campaign. If this multifaceted campaign, let's say, I don't know the people. I haven't had anything to do with any such thing. But let's say I have a friend who is a European. Some of them, adventurous as you may think or you may know they are, want to follow you to where you're going. I don't know. I don't know of any strategy to go and bring Europeans to come and support. I think this is completely out of the
So those men, where did they come from? Who brought them?
You are speaking.
They are part of the campaign. They are wearing your T-shirts. They are at your rallies. And so
wearing T-shirts and attending rally. I went to share MPP T-shirt. NDC guys came there to take T-shirts. It doesn't make them MPP.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
So if you see somebody wearing an MPP T-shirt, even in an MPP rally, you may see people wearing MPP T-shirts who might not necessarily have anything to do with that. They might even come there to create problems. We know the strategies and the things that go with campaigning, and you know it, you understand it. So whoever was there, I am not saying it, I'm not accepting or rejecting it. But what I'm saying is that I don't know of any strategy to bring Europeans to come and help our campaign.
Are you part of the campaign team? The Baumian National Campaign Team, are you a member?
I am a member of the National Communications Team, which is managing the campaign. That is why I'm sitting here.
Do I understand you to be saying that in the Ashanti region, if they see any white women in Baumia campaign T-shirts and they are telling people to vote for Baumia and that they are part of the campaign team, they should be ignored? Are you saying that?
Why would you say? I told you that. If I am making
would you tell the people of Ashanti?
Why would you tell them that? If Ankwesi wants to campaign for me now, for example, I hear you, I want to speak to you, were on one station saying you have seen some educational infrastructure which were impressive. And for that matter, you thought those things might have been good, we might have done them well. You might have said that. It doesn't make you MPP. For example, today, if let's say because of that, I'm only using it as an example, because of that issue, you should meet somebody and say, oh, if it comes to education, these people have done so well, and for that matter, I want you to vote for them. It still doesn't make you MPP.
But first
it
of
still
all,
doesn't make you a strategic partner that we have brought you to come and campaign for us.
I'm sitting here, and I think you should be very, very careful about misquoting.
Oh no, I'm not misquoting. That's why I'm being careful what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, I was told, I didn't hear you myself, but I am saying that I heard something like this. And it doesn't make you MPP. You may be MPP, you may not be, but what I know is the fact that somebody is standing somewhere saying, I like Dr. Bawumia, vote for him, does not make him MPP. And he is not, these whites you might have seen. I haven't seen any strategy of the campaign telling MPP people, or as MPP, going to bring Europeans to come and support the campaign, because you don't go there. There's nothing like that. I haven't seen it, and I don't believe it exists. No Europeans. If you see an American, Nigerian, Ghanaian, Togolese, whoever is campaigning and saying vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, anybody listening to me, it means he has seen something very good in the person. And even though he might or might not be MPP, if he tells you vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, jump and follow him and go and vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It is number one.
But
that is the winning number.
The claim of this white woman. The claim is that they are volunteers who have been brought in to assist the campaign.
And you believe them more than me, the person in the campaign who is telling you that we don't have a strategy like that? Do you believe them more than me?
No, I'm
not. That's why I asked you the question, you didn't answer. You didn't answer me. I asked you whether you are a member.
I am a member
of the Bawumia 2024 campaign.
I'm a member of the campaign.
You are? Okay, I didn't see your name. Right?
Yes, I'd like the names that were mentioned.
Yes.
That you saw.
Yes.
We're not the final list. Though I'm not saying they are the finality. We are all part to make Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a president. And that's why I am sitting here this morning. Doc,
can you act?
What Kwesi is saying, don't give it any Doc, let's avoid giving it any level of credence.
The only thing is
let's move away from him.
Hold on. I'm not. But if I had Nana Kumia sitting here.
Yeah.
And Nana Kumia was speaking to me and making authoritative statements about the campaign, I will take it.
So let me ask you.
An official of the campaign, he holds an official position. He can speak in an official capacity for the campaign.
So let me ask you a question.
Just hold on, let me finish. So when you say that it is not, I speak authoritatively, take it from me. That is why I asked you the question.
Doc, it is not a policy or a strategy of the campaign. None. And Kwesi, I'm telling you and I'm telling our listeners, I don't know about that. And I don't believe it exists. Okay. You can call any other person that you think you have more confidence.
You mean that those women were not at the rally? You mean that those women didn't?
You know what I said? Doc, help him for me. Maybe I'm not making myself clear enough. I am saying
is that what you saw.
If you see Afghans,
might be the work of a busybody.
If you see Afghans campaigning for us,
no, whoever brought them and themselves, they could just be people.
They could be people who like us. They love us. Okay. They want to help us. They are helping us. We appreciate them. And as for me, I will appreciate them double if I met them. If I met these ladies you are talking about, with even their skin color alone, if I go to some village in the corner somewhere and they are saying I'm working with Obroni and the Obroni is campaigning for Bawumia, it will increase confidence. I'm telling you.
My brother,
you are really frightening me. You can, I say in some village, hey, in some, Kwesi.
Master, you are frightening me.
Frightening.
This is clearly a racist, anti-African comment.
Oh, please. I know where you are going. No, I will not. Put this thing aside. I have given you a straightforward answer. In some corners, Obroni is enough for me to get one vote somewhere. If that is what I told you, I'm not leaving any stone unturned. Leave it there. Let's see. Forget it. Let's go ahead.
No, how can I forget this?
Why won't you forget? Is that the show? Is that what you want for the show? You bring an Obroni issue.
No.
I'm not interested in Obroni conversation.
Please, it's important.
Oh, I said I'm not interested in Obroni conversation.
Our votes. You want to form the next government. If this is your attitude.
What is the attitude? Tell me.
To the color of the skin. You're saying that if you take people who have a different color, white color.
I said if that is what it will take. for me to get the vote. I will.
And you think
I will not leave any stone unturned. Yeah. If it is Kwesi Pratt who will campaign for me and I will win vote, I will come to you and ask for your vote. If your vote is what will make Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia president, I will come to you in your house, in your bedroom, and knock your door and tell you vote for him. In fact, that is what I am doing.
You are frightening me.
There are white-skinned people who are Ghanaians. You don't know. There are people who you see white skin, born and bred, Ghanaians.
No.
So if that's your white skin, you are saying they are Europeans. And I'm saying there is no strategy to go and bring Europeans to come and vote for anybody or campaign for anybody. I haven't seen it. If you know somebody who has seen it, bring it. I haven't.
Okay.
Doc, let him put it aside. I am telling him that if you come to my family, you will see a white skin. Fita, born and bred. So in my family. So don't go there. If I have to take my cousin who is Havko to go to a village and go and canvass for votes, if that is what will make Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia president. If I have to come for Dr. Randy Abbey, Doc, I will knock your door day and night if that is what will make Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia president. I will do it. I want Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to be president because I have confidence in him and I believe in him. So, Ankwesi, if I believe in him, whatever it will take to make him president, I am ready to do it if he doesn't break any law, he doesn't hurt anybody, he doesn't hurt Kwesi Pratt. If Kwesi Pratt will tell people that education we have done well, and for that matter, vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I will commend you. I will not say, so should I say they shouldn't listen to you when if you have said something for me? But you asked me whether I will tell the people listening to us. I am telling them that when anybody comes to tell them they should vote for Bawumia, and he is what? You said, Obroni or white skin or something. I don't want to misquote you. I don't want to misquote you. I want to tell you that what you said, if that is what you meant, that they should disregard the 4 Europeans you are talking about. I am saying if those 4 Europeans might have come to Ghana, stayed in Ghana, they have seen the good work of the MPP government, and the MPP government has influenced them enough for a European to go and tell Dr. Randy Abbey, vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I will say, thank you very much, madam. More grease to your elbows. Don't forget it. So me, I am entering people's rooms. I just was telling you, I was in an NDC enclave, campaigning to NDC people. You talk and they shout, zoo. And I'm still standing there and campaigning. You think I'm mad? My speech will give me 1 vote from there. It is a vote, 1 vote, in the direction of making Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia president. So if you want to help me, if you want to come, fine. But don't give Ghanaians the impression that MPP people have gone to bring white Europeans. That is what you seek to do. And I am saying, no, don't do that. There's no policy like that. It doesn't exist.
My objective is not to give that impression.
That is a picture I thought you were painting. And when you followed up with a question that, when you followed up with the issue that, so should they disregard anybody who is white-skinned coming to them? I was at Ayawaso West Wagon. The chairman was my junior in school, Abobi. Well, there was a guy there, one of the guys, call him now, ask him. One of the guys who was sharing the 24-hour booklet is white-skinned. White, fita, onya fita,
You're twisting things.
No, I'm not twisting. The picture you want to paint is what I want to diffuse.
Okay.
There's no policy.
Can
like
I also get just a few minutes to say what I want to say?
Go ahead.
Unless you're going to dispute that. But you are claiming that if you take white people to your campaign.
That's not what I said.
You said that.
No.
You said that.
I think you take some white girl to my village.
Yes.
I use the word my village.
Yes.
And that will give Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia vote. Why should I say no? Why would I say no? I'm going to say,
Ernest,
why would you say no?
Those who are listening to us, they heard you.
Yes, and I will not change that. I would go with a green human being if that will make Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia president. Just get that for me. If the human beings are blue.
You actually said.
You said white Europeans.
That there's an advantage.
That's not what I said. I never use the word advantage. I said if that is what you
and all those things.
But that's what me when I was growing up. You didn't hear Ronnie Coco Manchin when you were growing up. I heard it. If you didn't hear it, fine, but it will be disingenuous and dishonest for you to say you never heard of Bruni Koko Manchen. So I'm going to leave it there. Take that European white man thing out. It doesn't exist. Please stop it.
Ernest, you have made the point.
Yes, let's stop it.
What doesn't exist? The video?
No. We going to bring white people, European. You say European whites. I'm going to say the whole conversation is about the statement you made, and be careful. You know, we are all communicators. You are communicating. You made use of the word MPP, white European girls. 4 white European
no, I didn't say
ladies.
4, I said 10.
10?
Yes.
It's okay.
And what I said was that there's a video circulating which I saw last night.
Doc, whoever did the video, whoever did that, whatever it is, there's no policy like that. I'm going to see. Let's put it on the side.
Okay.
Nothing.
Am I permitted to ask another question?
Go on.
Ask me or
yeah, ask you. You are
one question. You see the number of hours it took us.
Yeah, because you took it there. You can give very simple
please ask. Let's address it.
Where is Mr. Dan Botwe, who is supposed to be the chair of your campaign? We haven't heard about Dan Botwe for a very long time, and it's strange that the chair of your campaign is that silent and absent. What is happening?
You know the chair of the NDC campaign.
Chair of the NDC campaign. Why do you ask that question?
Because you're asking me the chair of the MPP campaign.
It's not Mr. Dan Botwe.
No, I am asking, do you know the chair of the MPP campaign, NDC campaign?
Yeah, so what has that got to do with this?
Who is the person?
Where is Dan Botwe?
No. Where is the chair of the NDC campaign?
Is the chair of the NDC campaign also missing from action?
You see, Doc, because he is taking the conversation elsewhere. The strategy, our campaign strategy.
But he asked you a question.
I also asked him. You see, this is what, no stupid, how do you call it? Stupid, what did you say? How did you put it? It's the economy. Stupid. Yes. I don't want to hear that. You asked me 5 questions. I asked you 15 questions. Because he asked me, where is Dan Botwe? I am asking him. I don't know the NDC chair, the chair of the NDC campaign. So I'm asking him.
Now, first of all, I asked that question because you have authority.
So should I tell you?
Please, can I finish? You have claimed to be part of the campaign. In fact, the communications team of the campaign and so on. You come with some authority.
Exactly.
I have no authority when it comes to the NDC campaign. I do not belong to the NDC communications team. I'm not part of the NDC campaign team and so on. So I don't have the authority that you have. So I cannot be answering this question because there's no basis for my answering those questions.
Okay. Now let's follow protocol. Let's direct the question to Doc. Doc, he asked a question. The question was, I have not been hearing of Mr. Dan Botwe. Where is Mr. Dan Botwe? I have not heard, I don't even know who the NDC campaign
But what has that got to do with the question he asked you?
We are.
If you don't have an answer,
I have. But
if you don't think that you want to answer, tell me that I find it irrelevant.
Doc. Yeah. Me, I know diabolics when I see one. I know the tricks when I see one. So what I'm saying is, I know Mr. Dan Botwe, like he said, is our campaign manager. I know Mr. Dan Botwe has a place he works from. I know Mr. Dan Botwe is here.
I so say it, and let's move on.
No. I don't want to just say Mr. Dan Botwe is here and let him feel or give. We are talking on TV. This is not our corner conversation. And when he asked that question, you know the message he sends. But if you cannot tell me who NDC, even the person is here and now, I haven't heard the person. I don't know the person. I don't know what the person is doing now. And I'm not interested. I am focusing, like I keep telling you, I'm focusing on our campaign strategy, our campaign issues. If I get up what I know I have to do, I have one objective. But after 7th December, if they are mentioning the next president, it should be Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. How the NDC is doing, what they are doing, whatever strategies there are, fine. Whatever our strategies will be, fine. But as to whether somebody wants to know where, if you ask me where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is now, and I told you he is here, he's in the Ashanti region, he is here now, it will be because I want the people of Ghana to know whatever my campaign manager and his team of people he is working with are doing inside whatever office, wherever they are sitting now. Uncle, see, what will it add to you, your strategy? I don't know. But
My strategy?
You, as
I'm
an
not
individual,
contesting
you are asking
elections.
the question.
I'm not contesting elections.
What's your interest? What's your interest then? I'm asking you. Doc, ask him for
My interest is very simple.
He wants to know where Mr. Dangote is.
Boss, my
And I'm
interest
asking,
is very
what's
simple.
your interest?
He's answering you.
My interest is very simple.
Tell us.
I'm a Ghanaian. I'm a qualified voter. You want our vote.
I want your vote too.
So that you can assume the reins of government and manage national resources. That gives me the right to ask questions about your campaign and the messages we are putting out.
Oh, yeah. Messages. I can give you 1 million. I can give you all our messages offhead. I'm fine with that. If you want to know where my campaign manager is, he is in Accra, he is doing his work as campaign manager, and he's fine.
Ernest, we've been, in the last few weeks, we've been dealing with issues of Parliament and judiciary and all manner of issues. But yesterday we saw, we got a statement from the Public Affairs Subdivision of Parliament, and it says that for immediate release, Speaker Bagbin to address the media on Wednesday, 6th November 2024. So the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Right Honorable Aban Suman Akinsford Bagbin, will address the media on recent developments within Parliament and broader issues concerning the democratic development in Ghana. This engagement aims to provide an opportunity for the media to discuss critical issues affecting Ghana's parliamentary democracy, including recent events that have led to significant political developments. The address will take place on Wednesday, 6 November 2024 at 2 p.m. at the Justice D.F. Annan Auditorium, Job 600 Parliament House. So that's today. And Parliament is actually expected to resume sitting tomorrow. What do you make of this, Ernest?
Okay, thank you, Doc. I think this is an issue we have overflowed.
Recent developments within Parliament and broader issues concerning democratic development in Ghana. And the engagement aims to provide an opportunity for the media to discuss critical issues affecting Ghana's parliamentary democracy, including recent events that have led to significant political developments.
Look, I think this is an overflowed matter.
Which one?
The Parliament matter. We have spoken about it. We've made our own fair share of recommendations, some of them legally acceptable, some of them not. It went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court had given their opinion, and
that's on.
They have asked them to file.
That's on the injunction.
The injunction, yes, and they have asked them exactly where I have got into. Okay. They've asked them to come back. Everybody should come back. They've given them the time. I am of the firm opinion that like I told you the last time, the Supreme Court must come in at all costs. The MPP says this is the polls and whatever they have seen and they are basing the confusion on is for a future event. The NDC is saying, no, it is happening now. Where is the provision we are haggling over? It's in the Constitution. Who has the right, the mandate, the power to interpret that Constitution? It's the Supreme Court. As simple as that, straightforward. People are quoting Article 99(1), whatever. The Supreme Court should tell us what we should do. We have, in 1992, agreed to be ruled by law. The rule of law had given us the separation of powers, yes. But he also put in place checks and balances on each of these three powers that they have given to us, that the Constitution has given to us. and says that if any of you have an issue, one of them should be the headmaster or whatever position you give to the person. One of them should be the arbiter. And the arbiter turns out to be Supreme Court. Why are we still fighting over this? Why does somebody wants to be majority before that? So as for me, like we said before, I am still standing there. Let's finish, let's go to the Supreme Court. Let the Supreme Court make a decision. Even if this parliament ends, this current parliament should end without a decision, the Supreme Court would have made a decision that will inform future actions. You know the explanation we have given. I believe that the EC bringing statement of polls has nothing to do with the current parliament. The future parliament, they are making preparations for that parliament, the ninth parliament. In preparing, there is an overlapping period because EC cannot wait for the current parliament to rise and finish everything before MPs can go and file. All we are saying is that somebody says 97G, 97H, this one says this one says that. NDC says this, MPP says that. Should we begin to fight like I was saying on the same show the last time? People are ready to go to war, to pick blows and go and kick tables and chairs again to embarrass the whole Ghana when our courts are there and they are working. No. The Supreme Court is the only place for us to settle the matter if they go and sit and listen. The majority you are fighting for now is not necessary. Randy, so far as I'm concerned, if you know, I just said emphatically that MPP is winning the lead. At least we are in the lead. If you know in 1 month, just 1 month, we are going for an election. And within this 1 month, you are winning the majority. Why are you ready to kick tables and chairs when the thing is coming to your house? In the local parlance, they say when they are bringing the dance, the drumming is coming to your house. Why are you running to go and meet it in town? If you believe, if the NDC believes they are winning this election convincingly, why are they running to go and meet majority halfway? When the majority is working to you. And for the next 4 years, if you should get the majority, you would have been enjoying. For me, it is a sign to the people of Ghana that the people know they are not winning parliament. They know. So let's do some skirmishes, let's go and fight, let's kick tables, and then at the end of the day, we will get what we want. But the job is on the ground. The action is on the ground. It is not fighting. If parliament...
Let me ask you a question.
You ask me.
Assuming from what you said, you said that the NDC knows it's not winning parliament.
I said the parliamentarians, yes.
The next election.
Yes.
So
that is why.
So this majority, what will you do for them?
I said, if you know, if they know in 1 month they are becoming majority, why do you embarrass Ghana like we did before? We will go and embarrass the whole country internationally just because we want to enjoy 1 month of majority. When I know that in 1 month the thing is coming on a silver platter, I have won the election, I'm going and it's happening. It doesn't add up for me. For somebody like me, it gives me the impression that no, the people know something. They might have heard something. So let us fight and then, but it doesn't add up for me. Let's all wait. I have said this on this same show. People listening to us will know that I haven't changed my position on this. That the Supreme Court has the power to tell us what to do. Because he and I have an argument. We are fighting or whatever over my father's property or whatever. Where do we go? Should I take a stick and crack his head? Is that what you are saying? It doesn't make sense. The law says, okay, we have one father. He left the property. We are fighting over it. Ebusiapeni tried, it didn't work. Ebusiapeni Bagbin came to pronounce and he tried to go to my side or Kwesi's side and one disagreed. Where do we go? That is all I am saying. Let's allow the Supreme Court to come. So tomorrow, let's pray. I know that by now, Speaker Bagbin would have made a decision that, okay, I will allow the status quo to prevail. He said he's addressing people on Wednesday.
Today.
And Parliament will come tomorrow. Let's wait. I want to hear him. But I believe he has been a speaker. One, he might have been a good one depending on where you are standing. I believe he has tried his best in a very, very turbulent time when the Parliament is almost split down the middle, and he has managed to keep the way the Parliament started. A lot of people predicted that we will have a lot of the drama. Unfortunately for them, they've been disappointed. The drama went down. It's now that we are trying to raise the drama. Fortunately, one of us ran to court. Let's wait for the court. And let Speaker Bagbin listen to the court. The court has made it clear. We all heard it. I watched it live. Everybody showed it on TV. Everybody saw it. The court had made pronouncement. Let it prevail until otherwise stated.
Was it Speaker Bagbin to address media on key parliamentary developments, and it says that it will serve as a platform for journalists to engage with the Speaker on matters critical to the nation's parliamentary democracy. He says that including recent events that have led to significant political developments.
Well, first of all, I haven't met the Speaker for a very long time. I haven't spoken to him since this controversy began. I am not a party to the decision to hold a press conference and so on. So it's difficult for me to predict what he's likely to say and not say. Except that the letter that we have before us, the memo we have before us, says that it will be about recent developments in Parliament. So I cannot say that he's going to say specifically this or that. What are the things that the Speaker can do this afternoon? What are the things that he can say this afternoon? One, the Speaker can tell this press briefing that he agrees with the Supreme Court and that tomorrow when Parliament reconvenes, he will change his earlier ruling on account of what the Supreme Court has decided. That is within the range of possibilities. The Speaker can also tell this press briefing that he totally disagrees with the Supreme Court and will not be guided by the decision of the Supreme Court. That is also possible. It's even possible for the Speaker to tell the press briefing that yes, he has heard what the Supreme Court has said, and that when Parliament reconvenes tomorrow, he would allow the House, as in members of Parliament, to decide what to do and so on. So there's so many things that the Speaker can say tomorrow, and I'm not going to hazard a guess. You know, I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not going to hazard a guess. That's one. Number two, Supreme Court decisions do not necessarily resolve all conflicts. You understand? Right now, as we sit here, more than 30 people, or about 30 people, have died in the Boku chieftaincy dispute. We know that the Supreme Court has given several decisions on Boku. It hasn't resolved the dispute, and the fighting is still ongoing and so on. So Supreme Court decisions do not necessarily resolve all conflicts. In fact, in some instances, they may exacerbate the conflict situation and so on. So I think, and I had the privilege of interviewing Justice Dose, who is a former Court of Appeal judge, who thinks that we come to the point where we have to go beyond the judicial process in order to resolve the matters which have come up and so on. Some people agree with him and so on. That's not where I'm going. You see, my brother, you make it sound as if the Supreme Court decision, you know, and the provisions of the Constitution are beyond contestation. I've heard many prominent lawyers, I'm not one, who have spoken on this judgment, and they've made very interesting points. I mean, Randy, your friend, Kuku Azan, for example, has raised the issue of consistency, judicial consistency, and so on. I've heard the former Chief Justice make the point that our judiciary is becoming too predictable. What does that mean? What is it that makes our judiciary too predictable? That's a matter that we can interrogate. I've heard Mr. Chatuchikata say, for example, that the crisis in our judiciary is far deeper than the crisis, in the economy and so on. What a deep statement. But you have just made the point that the provisions of the Constitution are very clear, and that what Article GH of 97 seeks to do has nothing to do with the current Parliament. And I don't know how anybody can come to current Parliament. That is about the future Parliament and not this Parliament.
I said the notice of poll that the Honourable Bagbin referenced is a notice of poll for a future Parliament. That's the 9th Parliament.
But that's the same thing.
No, he said it has nothing to do with the current Parliament.
Yes. That they are members of the current Parliament is not in question.
That's what it means.
So the notice of poll.
That's what it means.
Okay, no, what I mean is, I reference the notice of poll, but he's talking about
the decision taken.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
So it's the same thing.
So it's not the decision on the current, the decision is on the action.
Okay. So, in my hands is the 1993
I'm also reading the same. I also have the same thing. No, it's the same thing I'm looking at here. I'm reading the same thing.
Okay. And Article 97 says that a member of Parliament shall vacate his seat in Parliament. Clear. A member of Parliament shall vacate his seat in Parliament. Vacate. Shall. It doesn't say the next Parliament.
Go ahead.
The seat in Parliament now.
Are we back to this conversation? I think we've passed this point.
F. If he resigns from office as a member of Parliament by writing under his hand addressed to the Speaker, or if he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to Parliament to join another party, or seeks to remain in Parliament as an independent member. If he was elected a member of Parliament as an independent candidate and joins a political party. It's so clear. In fact, it does not require the Speaker to declare the seat vacant. That member of Parliament, himself or herself, has to immediately vacate the seat in Parliament.
If he does what?
Oh, you didn't hear me.
No, I want you to repeat the actions. One, if
he resigns from office as a member of Parliament by writing under his hand address.
Has any of them resigned?
Hold on.
So number two.
If he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to Parliament to join another party, or seeks to remain in Parliament.
So point two.
As an independent
if he
member.
leaves, has any of them notified their parties that we are no longer members of the party today?
Do they need to notify anybody?
I'm a party member. I have a party card which is in my wallet now as I speak to you.
Hold on.
There are conditions that are given for me to be a member of the MPP and recognized as a member of the MPP. So if tomorrow I am no longer a member of the MPP, but I still hold their card, I am still carrying myself as MPP. MPP has not come to say this guy, like the guy who went to Kumasi was saying they will import lion and elephant or something for 24-hour economy.
Who's that?
Some Pudong guy or some guy was in Kumasi. They call him Dr. Pudong. The last time I was telling Phyllis on the show.
What has he done?
He said the 24-hour economy means that they are going to import lions and elephants and come and grow them. Right?
No, how is it related?
The point is that guy immediately, Sami issued a statement. The NDC issued a statement that the guy is not speaking for us. That tells everybody that this guy don't attach NDC to him henceforth, or hitherto, or whatever. What Bankwesi is saying is, today, if the people are saying we are look, I thought we are no longer going back there because we've passed there. Whether he left or he has joined another party. I don't know if anybody has joined another party, or he wants to go into the next election as an independent. What I am saying is, it is not his fault that the EC calendar has overlapped and it is entering into the current parliament, the 8th parliament. This is my opinion. That's why I keep saying, Doc knows my position on this.
Allow me to also express mine.
No, no, but the question you asked, I'm answering the question you asked. There is a futuristic thing. You say no. Okay, then if then that's fine. That's fine for me. That's fine. Because this is not something I even thought I was going to go back to again.
Now, the point is that you are a member of a political party. Your membership implies that you accept the vision of the party, you accept its constitution, you pledge to uphold the constitution of the party. That's what makes you a member of a political party. So if you're a member of the NPP, it is implied that you accept the constitution of the party, you intend to uphold the constitution of the party and so on. And the constitution states explicitly that if you contest against another NPP candidate, you lose your membership automatically. So how can you be a member of the NPP, contest against an NPP candidate, and still say that you are a member of the party, and which would imply that you are upholding what is in the party constitution? How is that possible? So that's very clear. The constitution of the party is very clear that those who contest against NPP candidates are no longer members of the party. That's clear. That's not a matter for argument. It's very clear. You understand? Now, so very clearly, those who are contesting against NPP candidates are no longer members of the NPP. That's not in doubt at all. Then there's the issue about this parliament and the next parliament. Okay. Now, obviously, those who contested and won elections to go into parliament as NPP candidates, the constituents who voted for them, one, because they are NPP candidates, because it is assumed that they will go into parliament and implement the manifesto agenda of the NPP and so on. Now that they are in conflict with that, how is that mandate still valid? How is that mandate still valid? You know, you guys, sometimes, I just wonder. I just wonder, I just sit back and say, where is this argument coming from? What are you up to? It's so very clear. So for the people who voted, for example, for Cynthia Morrison,
to be in the 8th parliament,
to go to parliament,
for the 8th parliament.
Forget 8th, 10th, and 20th. Forget that. They voted for Cynthia Morrison to go to parliament.
Represent them.
They voted for Cynthia Morrison to go to parliament and implement the NDC's agenda and make sure that the NDC, the NPP manifesto is implemented and so on. Now that she's going as an independent candidate, now that she has fallen out with the NPP, now that she's no longer an NPP member, is that mandate not abused? That mandate, is it still there?
For me, yes, that's why.
How is it that when she says that she's no longer MPP?
She said, I am MPP, but next 2025, I won't be MPP. It's simple, as simple as that. She is saying so, you are not. You don't hold the mandate, she is.
What does your constitution say?
Our constitution.
That you lose your membership automatically. Is that not what your constitution
This is the reason why I keep saying on this show and any other show that your understanding of that constitutional provision is different. I am still there. My position hasn't changed. It won't change. Right. So let's not belabor it. My position won't change. Your position won't change. The person who can change our position, the case is in his hands. The case is in his hands. So let's allow him.
What the speaker is going to do and what the speaker is going to say.
So, Angwesi, are you saying that
if I were the speaker, I would not be holding a press conference today.
You won't?
I won't.
Why?
Let the matters be determined inside Parliament.
Well, to the extent that you don't know what he's going to say.
Yeah. But
that's why he said if he were the speaker and he is not.
My preference would have been for the matters to be decided inside Parliament, not at the press conference.
Okay.
You know, the speaker loses a lot when he communicates from outside Parliament. If he sits in the chair as speaker, the weight of his office, the immunities he enjoys, the powers he enjoys, and so on, all of that kicking. You understand? And I'm not so sure that holding a press conference this afternoon is in the best interest of Parliament, the Speaker himself, and Ghana. I don't think so.
Okay.
Doc, I will listen to him and know what he has to say. Then we can make conclusions. Maybe subsequently, if we meet again, then we can have a more informed conversation around it. Because if you want to preempt...
You said the issues have been overflowed. So.
Oh yeah, that's what, in fact, all that we are saying today are things we have haggled over for how long? It's okay. Overflowed. So for me, let's listen to him. Okay. And then when we finish hearing him, we will all have an informed decision or informed conversation around it.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll take a break. But just to remind you that it's the economy. Stupid.
Hey guys, so I got this app. It's called Ayoba. It's a chat app that helps me with beauty tips and cooking tips. A super app that feeds me music and the latest sports content. I even use it for my studies. And the good news is I don't need to use my data bundle because I'm on MTN. Chale, the app just did be.
Ayoba, the all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, read, play, pay, and listen. Use Ayoba at no data cost on MTN. Download Ayoba now.
With license. Now we a mate.
Madam Pacha, I'm a mate. Tamana me mate no, my master it made the car na mame. Me good sales. My master nyina baby anka say my yira sales da.
Nti e dia ben fofo na o de eba.
Oh, madam, say dey me pese me fa abe for kwan fa so di djuma. Na ka kire passengers no ama omo di omomomo etu omo lorry fare. Na afi so mama omo de omo Ghana card na to ticket online.
E adi papa. And I told so so. Ubeti yenka.
Bacho you. That's
next. What license?
Bacho, yeah, Jimmy license. 2016.
You frozen?
John.
Ah, John, who be you? Ejuma why you be that? Now we're driving enye. Ebe na passengers for no omo eji we dibi. Eh? Which me driving?
Bacho ai. Na omo say se minya edwuma no a omo bema me license no enfie 9.
Enfie 9 pe. Yo, na dey ben foforo na wo dey ba.
Masesa.
Obati yenka.
Mo vote bekasa 7 December to Abama Baomia na enuma ye enkoso toche. Said ye die ni puntuo beba obi abrabo. Eye sro ho, eye number 1.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800 177 177 or 0302 245 906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
To all our believers,
To the Niger Gunners of Globe Road,
all you Artetas of Africa, of Accra,
of Maputo,
of Oimbo,
the legends of legends down Lusaka way. We hear you.
now hear us. Obrigado. Talo.
Betway, the official global betting partner of Arsenal.
The 5 kg of rice has moved from 25 cedis to 165. Oh. Hey!
Boss, cement moved from 24 cedis to 105 cedis now. Hey!
The kenke is 5 cedis. The fish I have 10, 15 and 20 cedis. Which one do you want?
Hey!
Stop the A.
Hey!
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Using Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture and Koa MT Mixture, brought to you by Koa Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, proudly made in Ghana, formulated to support your general well-being. For those seeking immune system support, there is Koa Plus Mixture. Support your body's defenses and stay strong. When it comes to combating malaria, Koa MT Mixture will aid your treatments. For effective relief from malaria symptoms, try Koa MT Mixture. Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture and Koa MT Mixture are not recommended for pregnant women, lactating mothers and children under 12 years. Always take a malaria test before using Koa MT Mixture. Choose Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture and Koa MT Mixture for your health needs. Available now at pharmacies nationwide. For bulk purchases, contact 0244 726611 or 0591 565 778. This advert is a...
How far with your internship?
To be honest, I'm so nervous about starting this new role on Monday.
Oh please, I know you'll be great at it. You should be worried about what benefits they have. Example, do they have health insurance?
I doubt they will have that for interns. But no shaking. I have NHIS already.
After you are a line, ting.
Ina, look at you. What are you going to do in the office when you can just download the app to register for an NHIS membership?
Yes, my people. You heard right. You can now download and register your membership on my NHIS app. No long queues or tedious paperwork. All you need is your Ghana card to register for yourself and for others. Once you register, you get a new digital NHIS card on your phone. My NHIS app gives you access to credentialed health facilities and services across the country. NHIS covers over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. Access to healthcare just got easier.
Now let me sign up quickly. Miss Seth, I'm starting work next month.
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth and fresh breath.
I'm a fat missy way.
Pacho Bantama.
Machasi.
It's her smile, the fresh breath.
Me Jidi say we use Cal 360 toothpaste.
Cal 360 toothpaste.
That's Kia. Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector.
Onim jom kasa.
Kile Hossein. Cal 360 did the work. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
Hey, you so feeling kika when you know Cal 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Cal 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth and fresh breath. Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
No pressure.
Another morning, another day filled with possibilities. My old car reflects my journey, and today could be the day I take a big step forward. Anything is possible. Just think about it.
My shelves are ready to be filled, and soon the flat rate will open up exciting new opportunities. I can already envision a vibrant shop bustling with customers, all eager to discover what I have to offer.
I feel optimistic about import costs. Why? Because with DMB flat duty rates, my expenses will be more manageable. I can see my business thriving.
Every moment spent with my son brings back wonderful memories.
I tell you, my son, with my senior digital skills, now one can say what create games in a website.
A show of both #1 on the ballot.
While you're done for the day, someone is planning to start theirs. At every given second in the dead of night, an uninvited guest could turn all your hard work into a nightmare. But with Response 1's BizGuide monitored alarm, help is already on the way. Our state-of-the-art video verification means the moment your security is breached, we are watching, verifying the threat instantly. Our dedicated response team acts swiftly, ensuring that threats to your livelihood are stopped in their tracks. And with our rent-to-own plan, this unparalleled security is yours with an affordable monthly payment. Protect your business now. Pay as you earn. Join the hundreds of shop owners who trust Response 1 to protect their businesses. Don't wait for the worst to happen. Act now. Call Response 1 today or visit our website. Your business deserves the best defense.
The luckiest.
Star 712#.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get back packing so you have to come out. Wallahi. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man. Good luck.
Hey, yo, wait here. We are star 712. It's much more phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And I'm with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Let's
choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now we try. You need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there one. Tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest. The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Papa Sammy, I beg if you find something small, give us.
Bro Sammy, you see, no be say boys no want do nothing and just they rely on handouts. Just no deal.
I understand the hassle. Hope they come. John Mahama they come do the National Apprenticeship Program where he go sort you guys.
Brother Sammy, waiting with that.
John Mahama knows say no be everybody way won't work for office. Like me.
That one day is true.
Under the National Apprenticeship Program, young men and women where they won't learn craft will be enrolled under the program and attached to a senior craftsman who will train them for free.
I beg you, mechanic day inside. Me like this. I don't want to learn mechanical, but the course no.
Mechanics day inside. Organizing, dressmaking, fabric making, catering, hairdressing, tiling, painting. What they even sweet about this whole thing, they say, when you plead, the NDC government go make sure say they go give you certificate where you go fit take go look for job anywhere.
That's sweet. Oh, that's be one wonderful.
Another wonderful thing they say, when you plead, the NDC government go set you up with startup capital and equipment to make sure you can start your own business.
Wow! I dey go shopping my town wait 7th December.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Still with me on the show, I have Kwesi Pratt Jr. and Ernest Adade. Ernest Bruni. As the proud official global betting partner of Arsenal, Betway is bringing you way more with a new fun exclusive page. Place any bet on Arsenal and you stand a chance to win exciting monthly prizes from a range of Arsenal jerseys to memorabilia and more. Not only that, you also stand a chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime play on the pitch experience at the Emirates Stadium. This competition will end on the 31st of January 2025. It's exclusive to Betway, is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Bet the responsible way, Betway, get way more. All right, and last week, I think it was last Wednesday, exactly a week ago, I interviewed Dr. Benjamin K. Agojo, and he had to do with the launch of his book. So Dr. Benjamin K. Agojo, or ACP K. Agojo, retired. And so the launch has happened, and we would like to inform you, those of you who want to purchase the book, that the copies of the book are on sale here at Metro TV. So if you come to the front desk here at Metro TV, you can get a copy of his book, From Persecution to Freedom. From Persecution to Freedom, Reflections on My Journey Through the Justice System in Ghana. So it's on sale here at Metro TV at the front desk. It's 300 CDs, 300 Ghana CDs for this book. There are 28 chapters and 520 pages. So 520 pages, 28 chapters. From Persecution to Freedom, Reflections on My Journey Through the Justice System in Ghana, Benjamin K. Agojo. Maybe Annie should play me his video on the structure of the police. I love that video so well. But that's it. So for those of you who've been wondering how you can get a book and where you can get a copy from, it's on sale here at the front desk of Metro TV. It's 300 Ghana CDs, 300 Ghana CDs. From Persecution to Freedom. All right. Okay. So I'll probably get you the video at the end of the show. Okay, I'm told that it's ready. Let's just watch that and then.
All right. Now, this is the composition of the police council in Ghana. The vice president is a party man. It doesn't matter whether it's MPP or NDC. This is what we are giving us, and this is what we work with. Now, a minister responsible for internal affairs, who is he? He's a party man. Then you have the Inspector General of Police appointed by the president. The president can dismiss him at any point in time, and therefore his loyalty is partial. It doesn't matter whether he was appointed by MPP or NDC, his loyalty is divided. Because he can be appointed today and dismissed tomorrow. And the worst scenario is when he is appointed to be acting capacity. It means I'm watching you. That is what it means. Now, the Attorney General is a party man. Then you have a lawyer nominated, that one again, a representative of police, very well. 2 members of the police service appointed by the president. So who is that? Those people. Once they are appointed by the president, you know where they are coming from. Then 2 other members appointed by the president. So the whole composition of the police council is the president and the party. Why will you give us this and think that we should be professional? You cannot. There's no way you can have a professional police service. It is party politics. And that is why we have become a chess in the hands of the government. Whether it's MPP or NDC, we are chess in their hands. And they are playing political games. That is why no party in opposition can trust the government, can trust the police. Because of what you do with us. And so once you move into opposition, you are scared that the same thing you do with us, the other party will do with us. So there is a need for constitutional amendment. And I propose that if we really want a long-term solution to this vigilantism, one major thing
is that the president must be appointed for a fixed, the IGP must be appointed for a fixed term with approval of Parliament to exercise independent control. There's a need for an independent police service commission to replace the current police council. And grounds upon which an IGP can be removed should be spelled out so that the IGP's removal from office cannot be based on the whims and caprices of appointing authority. That the Minister of Interior can only give directives to the IGP in writing on matters of policy, but not as to how the IGP must do his work. This will make the police loyal to the Constitution instead of particular governments.
All right, so that was ACP Benjamin Agojo retired, doctor, retired, and I was with him here last Wednesday speaking about his book and many other issues. And Kwesi, I'm sure you've interviewed him, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And he made an interesting submission or revelation the last time. The fact that, you know, when this thing happened, when he was accused of the coup plot and was he was how do you call it? There's a term for it. When he was made to go home, there's a term. There's a labor-related term for it. Okay, I'll get it. It's not dismissal. It's something.
Interdicted?
Interdicted. Thank you. When he was interdicted, you know, he was 55. Then the case traveled until he hit 60. And then a month after he hit 60, which was the retirement age, then the man was acquitted and discharged.
And you have crossed 60?
He has crossed 60. He was acquitted and discharged. And over the 5-year period, he was ACP. And within that period, he could have become Deputy Commissioner or Commissioner of Police.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't happen. And he's written to the Police Council for 6 months. He's even not had an acknowledgement of receipt of his petition. You know, his petition on the basis of, look, once I was acquitted and discharged, I was declared innocent, you need to do all of these things for me. It's not been done. And on the basis of that, he has also not filed the processes for his retirement because he thinks that that's injustice being done. So look at a person for 5 years, a senior officer, ACP, one step away from becoming a commissioner of police. And for 5 years, he's taken through this trial. The court ends up saying that, look, there is no evidence, there's no case against him, he's acquitted and discharged. Yet, it happens a month after he has reached retirement age, and therefore, he's deemed to have retired on the position of ACP. 5 years of injustice done to a man. You see, I don't know what we mean by justice delivery and freedom and justice in this country. Okay, because he's engrossed in the book.
No, I'm just trying to figure out, something.
So I just in this part of the story, I found a bit heart-wrenching. You know, and the fact that he writes to the police council, and for 6 months they don't even acknowledge receipt of his petition to them. I don't know what you make of this, Chrissy.
What?
Agojo's case.
Oh, I followed the case quite closely, from the very beginning to the end, and I've also had an interview with him. And I'm clear in my head that the court did the right thing by acquitting him. There was not a shred of evidence to support the claim that he was plotting a coup. Not a shred of evidence. And in fact, I still have my doubts as to whether even his accomplices who were sentenced were actually involved in a coup plot. I really have my doubts, And what happened to him, ACP Agozo, should not happen to anybody. They just destroyed him for nothing. Now the courts have said that he was innocent. Meanwhile, he spent 5 years at home,
Yes.
lost the opportunity to be promoted, and has to go out of a police service that he really loved to serve. I think it's most unfortunate.
So the ruling of the court comes a month after the man attains 60,
Yeah.
and therefore is deemed to have retired.
Yes.
There is no talk about compensation, no talk about restitution,
Yeah.
and he writes. He
And
petitions the
there's
police
no
council.
acknowledgement.
Yes, he petitions the police council for 6 months. There's even no acknowledgement to say that, oh, foolish man, we have received your thing. We'll look at it or won't look at it. And it's as if nothing has happened. Life is normal. Apply for your retirement benefits as ACP and take it like that. I mean, how do we live in a society like this?
I mean, his case is a clear case of injustice. And, but,
We Ghana with it.
Yeah,
Anyway, well, Ernest, I'm sure you would buy one on the way out.
I will.
Yeah, it speaks about, it says there's a lot
to.
about the judicial system in Ghana, and he's speaking from his experiences. So the judicial system in Ghana, the prosecution.
Ernest actually promised to buy 3 coffees.
Okay.
One for you, one for me, and then one for himself.
I can, Uncle Kwesi, but I haven't said it. It's not out of place, I can. But the issue here is...
All the white women you take to your village, that one, it will cost more than buying this book.
Because if don't
the white women you are going to take
I'm not taking any white woman. Doc, he should be careful. Yeah, he's standing on TV saying, I am taking a Brony woman to my village. It could mean so many things. There's nothing like that. Because sitting on the show, I am always defending myself. Okay, on a more serious note, Charlie, this interdiction and challenges that come with it, I think is widespread. And all the security services, because I have a personal friend, he was a junior of mine in school. They also had an issue. For like, I think 7 years. I think the process is that as long as your case is in court, you will stay on interdiction and all that. Even though I hear they were paying him something small. The guy had to sweat for close to 7 years before the case was determined. And after the case was determined, was discharged and acquitted. He has been called back though because he was a young guy when the issue happened. And I think a lot of people have gone through these challenges. If it is their practice and it's part of their SOPs, maybe they have to look at it and see how best they can do it. There are people who go back to their positions. Like I said, I personally know people who have gone through the process and later went back. In fact, one of them had been struggling to meet his genius, his mates, because by the time he came back, like he went, this particular ASP Agojo he went on interdiction as an ASP, and he will come back if he were coming back to the service as an ASP. By then, his mates would have become commissioners and assistant commissioners and all that.
No, he was assistant commissioner.
Yeah.
So if you were having to go step by step, this COP and then COP.
So his mates would have gone up.
COP, yeah.
And the challenge is that you are coming now to answer to your mates, which sometimes is heart-wrenching. So if that is the practice, and something could be done about, they know their system better. I don't know anything about the security services and their promotion and the way they do it. But if it's something that is worrying so many people, it should be looked at as a widespread thing and not as something that is specific to ACP Agojo. If it's other people might have been suffering it, but because he is very outspoken, he's been able to bring his own out. He's been able to write a book and all that, and he might be pursuing it. I know somebody like this junior of mine who pursued it. It went to court. When it came back, I think now he's been moved once or twice. He hasn't caught up with his friends yet, but I think he might not be the only one.
In the case of your friend, he's still within the age.
Yeah, he was young. He was very young when the issue happened, and he was under interdiction. He was my junior, so he was on interdiction for close to 7 years. But it was 7 years. And you can know, I know the challenges that happened at home. You can imagine a family man on interdiction, he was having about half his salary thereabout. And when it was full, how good was it that you would be on? And these things transcend governments, because this one I'm referencing happened about 9 years ago, and that was 7 years before then. So you can imagine what the issues are. So maybe they should look at their SOPs again and see how they can rectify some of these things. If you come and you come back acquitted, and they can put you back or give you the necessary jumps. Well, in the case of this friend, he received his money. I hear he was paid back the difference in the salary over the period, and that may be what they do. But your promotion, you left it behind, and now you say yes sir to that young man you used to send around. That in the security service is a big deal. It's a very big deal. So maybe they can look at it. I cannot make any recommendations. I'm not an expert in the field. And they should get their experts to look at it and see what they can do.
At least acknowledge receipt and even say that it's under consideration or whatever. But silent like that, 6 months. I mean, you don't even, you see, the point is that a court of competent jurisdiction says that the man is innocent. There was no evidence against him, which presupposes that for 5 years, the man was persecuted. And the judgment coincides with when he has reached retirement age, At least the institution that he worked for all these years, of which he was ACP, very high up there, ought to even be showing some, the police council ought to even be showing, I don't want to say empathy, but they ought to be showing some interest in the injustice done a man, because by the pronouncement of the court, injustice has been done him.
So, Doc, this is my position on virtually every situation. Like I said, he might not be the only person. Maybe there are other people whose voices we haven't heard.
Yes.
And so, genuinely, what you are saying, if it happens to me, if it happens to Kwesi, you won't be happy. You won't be happy.
No, so it has happened to me many times,
and you won't be happy. I don't want to believe you were happy when it happened to you. So we are building a country. We are a people, one destiny, building a country. And if there are any practices that does not favor us, that does not favor our people, why should we keep maintaining it? This constitutional, I listened to the tape you just played. This constitutional review thing is widespread. Virtually everybody believes. I have always said, I did some analysis also on this constitutional matter, where 4 years after the Americans passed their constitution in 1789, thereabouts, they went for their first amendment. And they changed 10 items. And then they went. After, I think, another 4 years or so, they changed again. So they kept improving it. Their constitution is not very big. But they kept improving it. If they have to throw something out, they throw it out. They kept improving it until they have what they have now. And they are working with it. If we believe that there are certain things within the Constitution, we have given too much power to the executive or to the president as the head of the executive, why don't we do something about it as a people? I don't believe this should become political. We should play ping pong with it. I don't believe so. We are a people. We are governing ourselves. We have agreed that we want to use the rule of law. Otherwise, Kwesi insults me, I slap him. I try to insult him, he gives me one punch. Then we go, the law of the jungle. But that's not what we have agreed to do. We said we will be governed by laws. So let's make our laws relevant to our living today. That's all.
So tomorrow is the 7th of November. But the Civil and Local Government Staff Association, Civil and Local Government Staff Association of Ghana, CLOCSAC, has declared a nationwide strike action due to salaries and conditions of service concerns. And this was contained in a statement dated Monday, November 4, signed by the Executive Secretary, Isaac Bampoado. Quote, we refer to our letter number dated 22nd October 2024 on our intention to proceed on strike. The letter it pointed to the premise for the strike, noting that to date, the understanding that by October 31st, 2024, both parties will finalize a new salary structure for the staff of the civil service and local government service to be implemented from 1st January 2025, continue to be a mirage. Henceforth, Clocksack has decided to have nothing to do with the Chief Executive of the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, Mr. Benjamin Atta, since he has acted in bad faith all this while. As a result of the long delay in the completion of a salary structure and other conditions of service for staff of civil service and local government service, the Civil and Local Government Staff Association, Ghana, Clocksack, has no other option than to ask our members to stay at home from tomorrow, Thursday, 7 November 2024. So this is from Clocksack. But on page 12 of the Ghanaian Times, Agnes Opoku-Sapon reports that the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission has appealed to Clocksack to reconsider its planned strike action and return to the negotiation table. Ms. Emilia Enin, head of public affairs at the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, in a press statement said Clocksack initially submitted its request for a revised salary structure and improved conditions of service to the Office of the Senior Presidential Advisor for consideration. In response, the government, represented by Fair Wages and Salaries Commission and other officials, formed a technical committee to discuss the proposals alongside Clocksack representatives. Both parties committed to working towards a solution on July 12, 2024, showing initial willingness to resolve the issue. He described Clocksack's actions as bad faith, stating that the government remained open to resolving Clocksack concerns through dialogue. Says Clocksack later issued a notice on October 22 indicating plans to strike, citing frustration over a lack of concrete offers from the government. In an October 30 meeting, the government presented an alternative proposal to address the demands, which Clocksack reportedly requested in writing. And Fair Wages and Salaries Committee provided a written proposal, but we're yet to receive a response from Clocksack, making the strike announcement unexpected. He also pointed out that Clocksack has bypassed its authority and instead routing its demands through the Senior Presidential Advisor, which they argue contravenes the Act. And okay, they are disappointed by Clocksack's refusal to engage them directly. And they are interpreting this as an attempt to sidestep the Commission's oversight. But the head and tail is that they say they are going tomorrow. They don't have confidence in the Executive Secretary. They don't want to deal with him. I don't know what to say. Is it?
Well, it's obvious that if this strike comes on, government business would suffer and will suffer very significantly. The other thing is that what they are demanding is actually not peculiar to Clocksack members. There are many professional organizations and workers' organizations who claim that they have been so unfairly treated, by the Fair Wages Commission. And this can also open the Pandora's box and lead to more and more strikes and so on if it's not handled properly. I believe that it is possible to handle their grievances. They've stated their grievances very clearly. And I believe that it's possible to handle these grievances or to give some concrete assurances which can prevent the strike.
Ernest?
Clocksack. During election years, you tend to enjoy a lot of strikes, enjoy in the sense, quote unquote, because everybody thinks that if you push harder during the election year, government will begin to suffocate, and then you will have what you are asking for. My appeal to them is that they have the right to ask for whatever they are asking for, except that I don't want to believe within this short period that everybody is focusing on ensuring that he gives his opponent a technical knockout on the 7th of December. These meetings and things can be very conclusive and give them what they want. I would have appealed that they are going to let a lot of government business or the ministries and departments business suffer. They should just think of the country small, try and rescind their decision. I saw a publication that Fair Wages and Salaries is telling them that it's premature and therefore
they said they don't want to deal with them. They don't.
But
that is the...
Ernest is talking about them thinking about the country. What about the officials who are also denying them what is due them? Are they also thinking about the country?
You know me,
Should they also think about the
my
country?
position in this country has been, if anybody deserves anything and it is there to be given to him, give it to him. Because this is our country. We don't have any other country anywhere. If Ankwesi is enjoying and I am hungry, what's the point? You have 100 houses and I am sleeping by the roadside. What's the point? So if the thing is there, you have to give it to them, give it to them, except that you are a developing country and in some cases, in as much as we all want it.
They said to date, the understanding that by October 31st, 2024, both parties will finalize a new salary structure for the staff of the civil service and the local government service to be implemented from 1st January 2025, continue to be a mirage.
That was October this year?
Yes. This letter was dated 4th November, Monday. So they're saying...
So that was last month?
Yes, the understanding was that by 31st of October. And they refer to a letter dated 22nd October, which then said that by the 31st, they would have done that. And then they say by the 4th, it's pretty obvious that it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. So they say, henceforth, Clockstack has decided to have nothing to do with the Chief Executive of Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, Mr. Benjamin Atta, since he has acted in bad faith all this while. And then you see
I don't know why they are upset.
The Fair Wages and Salaries Commission also accusing Clockstack of bypassing them and going to a senior presidential advisor.
What I'm saying is, I don't know why they are upset with Fair Wages and Salaries Commission.
So they've acted in bad faith.
I don't know what they mean by that. Maybe they have had some conversation that, because Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, I don't know whether they are going to make sure that their salaries are paid anyway, or they are going to pay them. But whatever the situation is that we are at the point where a lot of actions are on pause now because a lot of activity going up and down. The people who are supposed to be making the final decisions are the people who will be meeting you. Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, the Ministry of Employment, I know the minister may want to meet them and all that. And I believe that whatever is holding their monies should be explained to them. But I don't believe within this month or so, whatever decisions that will have to be made will be implemented. You know, we've had this situation before. You remember the single spine. Pressure, last minute it was signed, and then when Atamils took over, Atamils says that I'm having difficulty, why should it be so? But he ended up paying anyway, and I believe that whatever the situation is, they should look at it again. At this time, if you think that it can influence certain things, and for that matter, the minister may panic so much, it's a little difficult to take those ones. But the minister, I hope, will meet them and let them understand what is holding their money back. If there is anything holding the money back, the most important is that the cash comes to the pocket. And if the country has it, why not? Whatever decisions that are supposed to be made, they should be able to make it. So let's leave it for the people who matter in matters like this to go and deal with it. And my worry is that the Fair Wages Commission is being kicked out of the conversation by Clockstack, and whatever is making them kick the Fair Wages Commission out, the appeal is that there should be decorum, there should be some level of peace. And let's see what will come out, and so that Fair Wages and Salaries Commission can negotiate it for us better.
All right, okay, so we'll leave it here. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, sir.
All right, up next is Metro Sports.